I have different things going on. There we go. This is an old video that's running on Share Factory. I just want to get a little bit of an audio track going, while at the same time the audio track is being up in the corner there. I can have maybe the drummer going in that little empty square. That'll create up on the full screen here. That See, I could do this with OBS too, but I don't want to take a picture. Well, that's what I want to try and do. My camera just kind of quit on me, so I don't have a way of capturing the PlayStation screen. But I think what I can do though is I will post this clip I'm working on now, so I can bring it up on my PC through YouTube, and then I'll do a screen capture using OBS, and because I got OBS on the big PC here, so I might be able to do a capture of what I'm working on right now on the big PC. So I'm trying a couple different things, because for the moment I have I have a camera, but it's only stills. It's a Canon Rebel. But my movie camera, it fell a few days ago. It finally quit, and it's done. So I have to go and purchase another. I usually get those real small, little cheap ones that I can use for video clips and stuff. That way I can bring stuff in, and then I can do stuff to it once I bring it in and work on it. I can add different soundtracks to it using Audacity. I can do frame by frame using GIMP. I have 3D Draw on the PC. I can use that to create a character using a 3D the 3D shapes, because I can use those shapes and then go into Coaster Planet. They have the same shape, so whatever I could create with a 3D character, I can also create as a statue to put in the part. So it's something to work on. But right now, like I said, it's Saturday afternoon. I did some work this morning on the park here. As you can see, I was building Alice Frontier spot, and this was the beginning of it. I started working here, and I didn't like how it turned out, for the simple reason if she stands there, she's going to block that whole pathway, and that's that little intersection there. So I figured that after looking at this and saying, can't put it there, I redesign it, and Andy, Alex, and Mom approved. So we're putting in a bigger place. I'm looking at doing maybe like an enclosure like I did at Iron Forge Pub. Do something similar here. But most of the buildings are going to be kind of like a woodish, different color, because it'd be more like a frontier-like look. Kind of similar to what is in the cave with the bandits, that kind of look. And so that's what I'll be working on later. What happened, I must have saved this under something, and then when I went back in, it was gone. It must have got deleted. So I went back to a prior save, brought that in, which did away with what I had done there, and left an open area there where I can start over. And that's what the second part of the clip is doing right now, is I'm redoing it so I can get back to the park I needed before I started working on Alice Frontier spot. And it's like sometimes I do that. I'll go in there, I'll start taking care of those automatic saves because I already have it saved. But this time it's just like I didn't want to save it because I didn't want that build. I wanted to clear it and go back to the point where I was before that, and that's what I did with this here. So, which kind of is a way of erasing that all and starting over. And I kind of started up after watching some videos. I did some tanking Tuesday, so I have some footage of tanks. I have some footage with the warships, and I've come up with a system of So when I go to get a clip, I can see, oh, okay, that was a win, that was a defeat. So that I can, sometimes I like to throw in a defeat or a lousy play I did alongside something maybe that I was miraculous with. Kind of like, okay, here I'm doing great, but I also screw up, see? Because I do screw up. Being one of the first two tanks out is no help to the team because that just eliminates an extra gun off the map that could be used to help maybe stall or persuade or something other than just not. Wow, I had to cut that bit out. It's just, excuse me. Your throat gets dry when you're doing these long audio tracks, and I tried to get some of them that they're straight through, which eliminates the cuts because you're only allowed so many per clip. So, and then once this way I can cut it up. This way I can go in and say, well, it's a little long. It's going past the 1459. And I can cut this little bit of the audio out, slide the bit down, and then shorten up the clip. And I can do it that way. Right now I'm using the music tracks to hold the 14 minute thing. Otherwise I'd have that showing that there's no clip there. It's just what they. So I kind of play around with the audio. I play around with the music a little bit. You can hear the music in the background. I want to do some guitar work tonight. So I'm trying to do some different tracks here. Like this one, I can bring it back in and put the bass in underneath it because I already have audio on. And like I said, but this here is just an experiment. I'm looking at doing. Yeah, that's what. I'm thinking about it. Export. That way I can post it. Post this on YouTube on my channels. Then bring it up on the PC screen here using OBS, and then I can do a screen capture using that, and then I can get a good shot of gaming. Let me turn those darn drums in the background now. Studio drummer just hauling away on those drums. I got two of them going, two separate things going, so I gotta turn the music down on both of them. There, see? I had to control both of them. So I got studio drummer on both playing with some tracks that they're on repeat, so they just keep playing. So there's always that drum track in the background. That's why I want to do something similar with like a jam session between the drum and the bass guitars, and then put that in the background. Let that just play, so that if I accidentally pick up something that was recorded, it's my own stuff and not something like I had Kelly's Heroes playing on one, and I almost accidentally had Burning Bridges playing, and so I didn't want to audio copy that or have that put into the audio track because then I wouldn't be able to use that part because of the copyright issues. So that's why I left that out. I've put it in the playlist. Somebody else posted it online, but I found the final scene that shows the Kilroy graphic, and the movie was showing that they were there, they left the mark, they went on their way, their leaders came along, and it's just like, oh, they were already here and they're gone already. But there's more to the story than that, but that's part of the Kilroy thing. That's why I got that in there. And I didn't post it. Somebody else posted it. So it's not my copyright issue, so but that's why it's in my playlist. That's the same with designer lady, the one that does the Planet Zoo videos now. She used to do roller coaster, and I have one of her builds in one of my parks, and Yeah. Oh gosh, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, this turned out pretty cool. I was looking for some way of doing something with the post, but this kind of turned out kind of cool, and it's just like an accident. So I can do that with all of them, maybe. Like that, and that way the poles will be lit. Kind of look cool. See, I use one node that can change the color, so the colors can you have different colors throughout the ride. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. But I wanted to ride here to bring the people this way. But then when I went back and look, I found that there's a lot of people going into that little square area. So I'm gonna make that like a little square with the different buildings. I have the Hat building there. I need to go and fix that. The other ones are going to create different shops and different menus. Um, like I said, the little hat shop, I would just want the cowboy type hat being sold there. Um, I do have balloons or mementos, but I have a hot dog stand. I think hot dogs are usually pretty cool. There's a soda stand. I'll put a couple more things in there, but for right now, I need to finish that area up and then go over and get the Minecraft area set up. Go back, and then I can starting at the back and just work my way through and just start landscaping everything. And boy, is that gonna fill out the park. That's gonna look so great. And then I can start moving out to working towards the harbor. And I want to get a couple different ships in there. I know there's a pirate ship I can bring in. Um, I think there's one too that was like a sunken ship. Maybe I could put off to the maybe across on the other side of the shoreline. Maybe that it hung up on the shoreline there. Put up some rocks that could be on. We'll look at that, and then maybe I can put a couple of skeleton crew members that kind of didn't make it home, but are on permanent patrol or guarding their vessel there on the rocks. Vessels on the rocks. Hey, rum, rum on the rocks. Captain Morgan. That's my drink of choice, Captain Morgan. It's good enough for the captain. It's good enough for me. So I like it too. I like the taste of it. It tastes good over ice. So, but I don't do anymore. High blood pressure and other different factors from over the years of abuse, eating good sugary food, eating too much sugar. It finally getting back at me after all these years. So I have to correctly watch what I eat so that. So I think this has turned out pretty good. Like I said, I want to enclose that. I don't know if I want to make it a big building that has the shops inside, or if it'd be like more like a square. But I can put some tables and stuff there. You can't see where the actual, just like with Iron Forge Pub, you can't see where the pathways are actually, which leads to each shop. But it gives the impression that, and that's I'm going to build up around that. So there will be, I don't know, separate buildings or one big building. We'll have to see how that works. But so I got the start of Alice Frontier spot. We have Mr. Beef. He's got his spot. I'm thinking about the princesses. I can use the princesses. I was thinking of building like maybe like a towery thing where they can be up in the tower or in front of the tower, and we could do something with them there on a fairy tale type thing. Oh, we're almost done here. Fill in OelGrez. Thank you for watching, and we shall continue with this build.